Tropical storms, we've got both of them setting sights on southeast Texas, but one will have more impacts than the other. Tropical storm Marco weakening as of the latest advisory down to 50-mile-per-hour winds. No strengthening with this system, as this system is getting torn apart by some very strong upper-level winds. Also seeing some drier air getting tugged in with this system. And for tropical cyclones to flourish, they need plenty of moisture, and this system's just not getting it. So this is going to make landfall sometime along the southeast coastline of Louisiana later on today. Right now we do have tropical storm warnings, including storm surge warnings along the coast of Louisiana and up through Mississippi. You'll notice that the track of this sends it in our direction. By Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, it is a tropical depression. We'll get some rain from this system and perhaps even some rough surf. Meanwhile, all eyes on Tropical Storm Laura. Sustained winds have not changed as of even the overnight advisory. 65-mile-per-hour winds. Right now, the location of this over the waters of Cuba, just to the south there of Cuba, and this is going to continue to track toward the west-northwest. Tropical storm warnings extending well into Cuba and also portions of Florida, the Florida Keys there. You'll notice by Tuesday morning, this is going to be into the Gulf of Mexico, possibly strengthening at this point. Category 1 hurricane, sustained winds about 85 miles per hour by Wednesday morning, and as of the latest advisory, we have not seen any sort of shift, but we did overnight. We saw that shift back toward the west, toward Houston, once again along the upper Texas coastline in that cone of uncertainty. So there's still a large margin of error here, but our computer models are mixed. We've got computer models that are just outside of the cone, and then we have a bias here of these models kind of clustered together right along the border of Texas and Louisiana. So we're going to have to monitor that trend here. So look at FUTURETRACK. We've got both storms. Here's Marco. Here is Laura. By tonight, Marco's pushing inland. We've got Laura that's moving across Cuba. And then by tomorrow evening, we've got Marco that will be a tropical depression. Meanwhile, we'll have a strengthening Laura as a Category 1 hurricane. A little bit of a traffic jam here as we get into Wednesday morning. But it does look like Marco is going to start to rain itself out come Wednesday, bringing us some beneficial rain here across southeast Texas. Meanwhile, Laura will start either making its move toward the north or toward the north and west. The big question is this ridge of high pressure as well as this upper level low that will be steering or funneling the storm system. So if it takes more of a northerly turn here, it's headed toward Louisiana. If it continues toward the northwest, it is going to be a Texas storm. Still a lot of uncertainty to this, but I can tell you there will be impacts to this system if it makes that turn toward the northwest toward us. If it stays toward Louisiana, it looks like we will see minimal impacts with this storm. If it stays along that center line toward Jennings, we're going to see some rough surf, gusty winds, and also some heavy rain. There'll be the potential for some areas, especially east of I-45, to see the potential for some flash flooding or at least street flooding, localized street flooding. The worst case scenario, friends, is if it takes that track straight for Galveston and the coastline there of Brazoria County, we will be dealing with some dangerous, devastating storm surge right to the northeast quadrant, to the right-hand side here of the storm. You can see here that the system will continue to churn here. That northeast quadrant will bring some damaging winds, heavy rain, as well as some tornadoes. And of course, that severe weather potential will be going up as that system continues to push inland. Still a lot of uncertainty with this, but the bottom line is the next couple of days, we can work through our last-minute preparations in order for Laura. Laura possibly having impacts as early as Wednesday into Thursday. So for today, a 20% chance for rain. We're looking at Marco increasing those rain chances to 70%, 80% with Laura impacts, and then we'll keep that rain going with some residual moisture at least through the upcoming weekend. That's a look at your update for now. Thanks for watching.